Hey guys, X Backfire here with another story time with X Backfire because you guys liked the last one, so thought I would do another one. This one is about my trip to my older cousin's graduation. My advice for your graduation is don't go. Just don't go, it's a pain in the ass. So we were going up there. I'm in the car. It's about a 3-hour trip including lunch. And I didn't know what to do, so I decided to go to sleep. And my uncle is driving, and I'm in the car with my other cousin too. And so my uncle thought it would be a funny thing if he just raped me while he was driving and I was asleep. So yeah, he raped me. I'm just kidding. But so I fell asleep and he thought it would be funny if my cousin threw water on me to wake me up because we were there. And of course, he can't just throw water on me. No, my cousin threw the entire water bottle at me and hit me in the head. So yeah, that trip was not fun. Had a headache the entire trip. So we get there and we keep going in circles on the garage thing, and we get to about the 5th floor, and then we go to the elevator, and I get scared because we're in an elevator. It says maximum capacity about 500 pounds. It says like 7 people. And we have all these fat people getting in this crammed elevator. It's like 12 of us. And we're just going down. I'm like, oh my god, please. And it's like shaking and making all these noises. I'm like, please God, let me make it to the floor. Please God. And then we got out and we finally made it. And we were like all dressed up and stuff because I'm like, okay, we're going to be out there right there. I found out we're sitting in an auditorium watching it on a screen. I got dressed up to go to an auditorium and watch the graduation on a freaking screen. And each person, they made all these boring speeches where they just talked about themselves the entire time. So finally I walked out, and there was this fortune teller lady. And she's like, let me practice my fortune telling or something like that on your hand. So she starts looking at my hand, and she tells me to think of a shape, a circle, square, or a triangle. And so I'm sitting there, 5 minutes, she's trying to read my hand, and she says, are you thinking of a circle, square, or triangle? And you see, well, I started out thinking, maybe I should do a circle, but it might be hard to see a circle in my hand. So I don't know if I should do a circle because that's like round, and, round could turn into something else. So then I thought about a triangle, and then while I was thinking about the triangle, I thought of a square inside a triangle, or a triangle upside down inside a square. And then, as you continued doing that, I was wondering why I was letting a random lady who I don't know rub my hand. So then she told me to try a different one, where I was thinking about a color. She said purple, red, or blue. So I was thinking about all the colors, and of course she couldn't read my hand again. So she said she was going to try one last test. She wanted me to think of butter, milk, or eggs. Why? How you would see butter, milk, or eggs on my hand, I have no idea. Is there going to be like eggs on my hand or something? So she sits there trying to read my hand, and she asked me why she couldn't read. I said, well, it's probably because I don't think eggs are going to appear on my hand out of nowhere. But, so what I was thinking of was, when she asked me, I was thinking of a circle. The circle was purple, and it was filled with purple eggs. So she gave me one more test. She said, okay. She said it in a real angered voice. So I stood up. She said, now put your hands in the air and just release all of the pain and pressure and the feeling out of your body. Unless you rip my nerves out of my body, I think I'm going to still be feeling pain. So I was sitting there with my hands in the air, and, I start daydreaming, dozing off. About 10 minutes later, I wake up, and I'm sitting on a couch with one shoe on. I don't have my hat anymore, and there's a little kid petting me, and my wallet's gone. So I'm looking around for this lady, and she just jacked my wallet, one of my shoes, and my hat. So I walk back in, and everyone's thinking and the graduation's finally over. So we leave, and everyone's asking me where my shoe is, and I have no idea. So we get back in the car, and we're driving to go eat dinner at some restaurant on the pier. And we have no idea where to go. And there was so we plugged in the GPS. And have you ever seen one of those annoying, obnoxious GPSs? It's like, please turn right at your next right. Please go left in 10.5 feet. And so finally, we were going the wrong way apparently because we were trying to take a shortcut. It said, sir, please turn around. You are going the wrong way. Sir! And it was creating emphasis of itself, and it just kept getting louder and louder. Finally we unplugged it, and I was mocking it the whole way down. Please take a right at your next left. Please park in reverse while driving forward. Sir, please prepare to jump the bridge. You are now going to die. Congratulations, you are now drowning in the Pacific Ocean. You have reached your destination. Congratulations. Goodbye. So the GPS does not help at all. And so we went to the restaurant finally. We actually made it there somehow. And when we were in there, we had reservations for 7 apparently. I don't know who gets reservations anymore. But she's like, yeah, it'll just be like 5 minutes, you know. We just got to clean off your table. So an hour later, we're sitting outside at the bar getting drinks and stuff. And he says, well, you know, I don't want to buy these drinks again. I want to take them in there. So, Austin, why don't you see if you can go sweet talk that waitress into letting us bring them in there. So I go over to the lady, and I start talking to her for the next 10 minutes. She's just sitting there listening and nodding, not saying a word. Then when I finally finish, she says, sorry, I'm Les. You're what? I'm a lesbian. I spent there 10 minutes. She didn't say anything. She was nodding. It looked like it was working, and she's a lesbian. 10 minutes trying to sweet talk someone, they're lesbian. That's great. So I walked in and just paid for the drinks, and we ate our dinner. Then I got home, and when I got home, I called my friend Matt, or Octane Nobody, and we were doing our algebra homework, and then we started procrastinating and talking about my smile. Now, I have no idea how we got into talking about my smile. But I was like, yeah, well, for some reason, people are always like, why don't you smile? I'm so sorry I'm not smiling randomly when I walk everywhere. That makes me look like a creeper. And so, I mean, like, who just does that? Who walks around smiling, just sitting there smiling for no reason? Hello, hi, I look like a creeper while I'm smiling. I mean, who does that? So, like, I'm walking into the post story. This is another story. I'm walking into the post office, and this lady, this really old lady, sorry, not meaning to offend old ladies, but this really old lady was getting out of her car, and she's just staring at me walk, and I'm just staring back at her. I'm not smiling, because I don't smile randomly. And then she just says, like, the randomest thing. She goes, what's your problem? And I just kept looking at her and just kept walking. Like, she just screamed it at me, just randomly getting out of her little white minivan. What's your problem? Like, what kind of old lady says that? So me and Matt kept talking about smiling. We probably should have been doing algebra. You know, we did fail that. But anyway, so we're talking about it. She's like, why are people asking? Who asked about your smile? I'm like, all these random people are asking about my smile. Like, really? Wow. So then another thing that happened today actually was I got an email from some random girl called Lucky Latino. Now, I have no idea who Lucky Latino is. And she sent me a message saying, why are you emailing me? I've never emailed you in my life. So then I messaged her back, I've never emailed you. Who are you? I'm 15. That's all you need to know. So I'm getting creeped out by this person who I don't even know, and apparently I'm emailing somehow. So someone apparently has my email. Hey guys, it's been X Backfire. I have a lot better stories that I will be bringing you next time. Thanks. Peace.